Hello, friends. Myself, K.S. Patil from SHGM College, Koparga. Today, we are going to study the next chapter, Plant Growth and Mineral Nutrition. In this chapter, only one part is evaluative part for the examination, that is growth hormones, and remaining all the points from this chapter are deleted or non-evaluative part for the examination. Let us start the part which is evaluative part for the examination, that is the growth hormones. First of all, what is by growth hormone? Mostly these are the internal factor which influences the growth are generally called as the growth hormones. They inhibit, promote or modify the growth. All the phytohormones are considered as the growth regulator, or simply they are also called as the growth hormone. In plants, 5 types of the growth hormones are present. First one, auxin; second, gibberellin; third, cytokinin; fourth, ethylene; and fifth one is the abscisic acid. Out of these 5, again they are classified into 2 main groups. First group is called as growth promoters and second group is called as the growth inhibitors. Auxin, gibberellin, cytokinin, these are considered as growth promoter, while as ethylene and abscisic acid is considered as the growth inhibitor. First growth hormone, that is the auxin. In a plant, mostly auxin is synthesized in the apices or the apical region, that means tip region or the meristematic region, from where they are transported to the other plant parts. The most natural or the common auxin is the indole 3-acetic acid. The natural auxin can be successfully isolated from the avena-coleoptide tips, and F.W. Wendt named this substance as an auxin. Let us study the various practical applications or the physiological effects and applications of the auxin. First practical application or the physiological effect of auxin is the apical dominance. It can support the apical dominance. What is by apical dominant? In plants, mostly the apical bud inhibit the growth of lateral bud. That phenomenon is called as the apical dominance, and auxin can support the apical dominance. Next one, by the application of auxin, what happens? Parthenocarpic fruits are produced, or the induced parthenocarpy is applied or is for the auxin. That the plants or the fruits such as the orange, banana, grapes are produced by the parthenocarpy, that means by the application of the auxin. Third one, it can prevent the formation of abscission layer in the plants such as the apple, pear and oranges. And fourth one, it also essential for breaking the dormancy of seed. Seed dormancy can be break by the application of the auxin. Next growth hormone or the second growth hormone, which is called as the gibberellin. That gibberellin can be isolated from the fungus Gibberella fusarium, and the different types of the or more than 150 types of the chemical types are known of the gibberellin. Out of that, the J3 or gibberellin 3 is the most common biologically active form of the gibberellin. It can be synthesized from the mevalonic acid. The important role or the physiological effects of or the practical applications of gibberellins are: first practical application or the physiological effect of gibberellin is it can use for the dormancy breaking, or dormancy of bud can be broken by the gibberellin treatment. It can also essential or used for the seed germination process. That means it can promote the seed germination in cereals like barley and wheat. It also causes the parthenocarpy in tomato, apple, pear and flowering in long day plant. It can support the parthenocarpy, or it can induce the parthenocarpy. By the application of gibberellin, parthenocarpy can be induced into the tomato, apple, pear. Again, flowering in the long day plant, or by the application of gibberellin, flowering in the long day plant can be happen. Next practical application is it can use to increase the fruit size in various crop plants, various fruit plants. In grapes, the bunch length can be increased by the application of the gibberellin. Next one, the gibberellin is overcome the requirement of vernalization. Vernalization means cold treatment. If the application of gibberellin or the gibberellin is applied, that at that time it can overcome the requirement of vernalization. Again, in female plant or on female plant, the application of gibberellin causes the production of male flowers, or the number of male flowers can be increased by the application of gibberellin or the treatment of gibberellin. All these are the physiological effects of the gibberellin. The third growth hormone or the growth promoter is called as the cytokinin. It is mostly responsible for the cell division. First, natural cytokinin can be obtained from the maize grain, which is named as the chitin, and natural cytokinin are reported from the various plants such as banana, flowers, apple, tomato fruits, coconut. All these are the examples from where the natural cytokinins can be reported. Next one, that is the practical applications or the physiological effects of the cytokinin. Beside the cell division, or the main role of cytokinin is the cell division. Beside that, it also important for various practical application. First is it can promote the cell enlargement. Means along with the cell division, it also responsible for the cell enlargement. Next one, it also promote the growth of lateral bud and control the apical dominance by cell division. That means lateral bud, the growth of lateral bud by the application or by the treatment of cytokinin, the growth of lateral bud is happen and it can control the apical dominance. It can overcome the apical dominance. Third practical application of cytokinin is it can delay the senescence or the aging of the leaves, aging of the organs, plant organs, abscission processes, or it can delay the senescence. And because of that, what happen? Aging and abscission processes are delayed by the application or by the treatment of the cytokinin. Fourth important physiological effect or the practical application of cytokinin is it also break the dormancy and promote the germination of seed. Means it can promote the seed germination and break the dormancy. Next practical application of cytokinin is it reverses the apical dominance effect. That means it can promote the growth of lateral bud and stop the growth of apical bud. That means it can reverses the apical dominance effect. It also important for the RNA synthesis and formation of interfascicular cambium. All these are the physiological effect or the practical applications of cytokinin. Next, fourth growth hormone, which is called as the ethylene. Mostly it is the growth hormone which is essential for the fruit ripening or which can concern with the fruit ripening. Ethylene is the first or the simple gaseous hormone or the gaseous hydrocarbon which is essential for the fruit ripening. Let us study the practical or the physiological effects of the ethylene. First physiological effect of ethylene is fruit ripening, or it promote the ripening of fruits like banana, apple and mangoes. Second practical application of ethylene is it accelerate the abscission activity in leaves, flowers, fruit by forming the abscission layer. It accelerate the abscission activity. That means it is responsible for the formation of abscission layer in the leaves, flowers and fruit. Ethylene also inhibit the growth of lateral bud. It also inhibit the growth of lateral bud. It also causes the epinasty, that means dropping of the leaves, flowers. Dropping of leaves and flower, that means it can support or causes the epinasty. All these are the practical applications of the ethylene. And last growth hormone, which is called as an abscisic acid. Mostly it is also naturally growth inhibiting hormone. That means ethylene and abscisic acid, both these are considered as the growth inhibitors. It is natural growth inhibiting hormone. It can be synthesized in the leaves, roots. Again, chemically it is nothing but the 15 carbon sequiterpenoid and synthesized from the mevalonic acid, or the precursor of the abscisic acid is the mevalonic acid. Which are the practical applications of abscisic acid? The first practical application of abscisic acid is it promotes the abscission of leaves and induces the dormancy in many plants. That means dormancy induction and formation of abscission is the first practical application of the abscisic acid. It also accelerates the senescence of leaves, flowers and fruit. It also acts as the stress hormone. That means it can survive the plant in adverse environmental condition. Hence, this hormone is also called as an stress hormone. It can act as the stress hormone by inducing the plant to bear the adverse environmental condition. It also inhibits the flowering in long day plant but stimulate the flowering in short day plant. All these are the practical applications of the abscisic acid, and all these 5 types of growth hormones are mostly in the examination. Out of that, the practical applications are generally asked in the examination. Thank you.